Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff. Yeah, you know the name, Jeff Cutter Diamond, welcoming you to another PC Replay basketball video. We're not doing a tournament, we're doing a tribute game. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, genders, and neutrality. Anyhow, so we have ourselves the New York Knicks and the New Jersey Nets of 1986. Reason being is this guy, Michael Ray Richardson. And yes, I know I misspelled the name, so sue me. He died today on Remembrance Day 2025. One of the best players for the Montana Grizzlies. I can't name any good Montana Grizzly basketball player other than Michael Ray Richardson. Fourth overall pick in the 78 draft by the New York Knicks. He played for them, the Warriors, and the Nets. Four-time All-Star, three-time Steals champion before Alvin Robertson did that. But the problem was he was banned for testing positive for cocaine for third time in 3 seasons because cocaine was a terrible drug in the 1980s. He was actually the first active NBA player to be banned by the league. The NBA did reinstate him, but he decided, screw you, I'm not playing in the NBA again. He later became a head coach in the Continental Basketball Association in Canada. Bet you didn't know that. Anyway, he played at the University of Montana um, and helped them make the 1975 NCAA tournament. They beat Utah State before losing to UCLA. And then they had the regional third place game, which was stupid because it was just like ugly. That Montana lost to UNLV, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, Montana beat Utah State, then lost to UCLA, who were the champs in 1935 and had that 20-year drought. Montana sucked, and then Judge Heathcote left for Michigan State, and it worked out because 3 years later he was the national champ with Magic Johnson and the Canadian Mike Berkowitz. Anyhow, Jim Brandenburg became the coach. Montana won 19 games in 1977, did not qualify, and then won 20 games, the Big Sky regular season title holder in 1978. I wonder if he did make the NCAA tournament that year. Anyway, the fourth pick in the 1978 draft. Now let's look at the 1978 draft. Michael Thompson from the Bahamas, from the University of Minnesota. He was picked first overall by Portland, who got the pick from the from the from the Pacers. It was in June 8th. The Trailblazers acquired the first pick from Indiana for the third pick. Previously, the Blazers had a first round pick from Buffalo in exchange for Moses Malone, and the Blazers used that pick to get Michael Thompson. The Pacers would use it on Kentucky senior Rick Roby from the University of Kentucky. Yeah, Rick Roby, who I don't think really did that well. Phil Ford went from North Carolina to the Kansas City Kings when Kansas City had a basketball team. New Jersey traded away that number 2 pick. Was it? I swapped. Yeah, the Knicks acquired the four. Oh no, sorry. This is B. This is Kansas City acquiring 2 first-round picks from the Nets for Tiny Archibald. And then the New York Knicks, they got the 4th pick from the Nets in exchange for Phil Jackson. Yes, that Phil Jackson. The 13th pick and $3 million settlement of their indemnification debt to the Knicks because, they were in New York spots. So, yeah, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, from Houston, Buffalo, New Jersey. The Knicks got the number 4 pick, and it was Michael Ray Richardson, who I think was the better of the NBA players. Phil Ford was decent in college, but not in the NBA. Purvis Short went 5th overall to Golden State. Larry Bird went 6th, back when they were allowed to pick. Yep. Even though Larry Bird was a junior, he was eligible to be drafted because he was already 4 years out of high school. Because remember, Larry Bird actually started, well, he was with Indiana and then left the University of Indiana and then worked as a garbage collector before he went to Indiana State. So he was eligible to be drafted, even though that he had 1 year left. And of course, that was the year 1979 with him and Magic in the championship game. So anyway, yeah, in his second year, Richardson became the 3rd player in NBA history to lead the league in assists and steals after Slick Watts and Don Busey. He made 2 All-Star appearances by 1981. The next won 50 games in 1981 and looked good. Unfortunately, though, the Chicago Bulls upset the New York Knicks. And you thought that MJ would be the first guy for the Bulls to upset the Knicks, but no. At the beginning of the 82-83 season, Richardson was traded to Golden State for Bernard King. It actually worked for New York because Bernard King was just an icon for the Knicks. Sad his number 30 is not retired. And what could have been for Bernard King if he wasn't injured? If it was an injury. He only played 33 games for the Warriors and then was traded to New Jersey for Sleepy Floyd and Mickey Johnson. We all know about Sleepy Floyd and his boo-boo in the 1982 NBA, the NCAA tournament. Anyway, Michael Ray was on the team when the Nats shocked the defending champion 76ers in Game 5 of the best of 5. They have 24.6 steals. The Nats would lose in 6 games to Milwaukee. In 1985, he was named Comeback Player of the Year. He only played 48 games in 1984 because of substance abuse, but he rehabbed and led the league in steals, played all 82 games, and got 20 points per game. He missed a quadruple double, getting 10 or more points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Missed by 1 steal of all people. So he played 556 career NBA games and 18 playoff games. Unfortunately, though, on February 25th, 1986, during the 85-86 season, he was banned for testing positive for cocaine for a 3rd time in 3 seasons. So he was gone. He could have played in the NBA in 1988, but he didn't want to. So he went through Europe and all that, winning a couple of titles. Coaching career, he went to Albany, but unfortunately, though, he made some stupid anti-Semitic views and all that, and he was in deep trouble. Well, anyway, he went to Oklahoma in the Continental Basketball Association and all that. And then when the National Basketball League when created, the London Lightning picked him up as coach for 3 years. He helped London win the NBL Canada inaugural championship. It was named Coach of the Year. And then London went back to back for NBL. And then he left them following the 2014 season to pursue coaching positions close to home. Like, dude could have been fantastic. Anyway, yeah, he had 11 grandchildren. He worked for a financial firm. His son, Amir Richardson, actually plays for Morocco for the national soccer team and plays for Fiorentina. He was actually a subject of a film Chris Rock narrated called Whatever Happened to Michael Ray. He died of prostate cancer. But still, yeah, he was a great coach in the NBL for London. Sorry, I had to spit because it's London and I'm from Kitchener, so what do you expect? All right, so that, and now we have his match. So it's the New Jersey Nets versus the New York Knicks. Michael Ray starts alongside Otis Birdsong, Albert King, Buck Williams, and Mike Gminski. Yeah, I know Michael Ray didn't play that many games for the Nets because of his drug thing, but he was on the final roster. Rory Sparrow, Gerald Wilkins, Louis Orr, Pat Cummings, and Patty Ewing are your Knicks and all that. So we do. So what do we? We're at 8 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna do the first quarter and the fourth quarter. Let's tip off. Jump ball, action. The Nets get the first action. Ewing with the steal. Richardson hacks Sparrow to the line for 2. 1 for 2 from the man from Villanova, 5 years. Gminski with the rebound. And he made. Albert King makes the shot. Not Bernard King, but Albert. And Michael Ray with the assist. Williams with the block. Defensive rebound. Coast to coast with butter and toast. Michael Ray does it. Gminski with the assist. Gminski from Duke University. I feel like Mike Gminski was Canadian, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I think it is Mike Gminski. I think Mike Gminski was Canadian, wasn't he? Or American. I was born in Connecticut. Fuck, I thought he was Canadian. Because I thought there was a Canadian on the Lakers in the 80s winning a title. Patrick Ewing makes a bucket. Wilkins hacks Birdsong, and he can only go 1 for 2. Wilkins makes a shot. Birdsong with a foul. Gerald Wilkins misses a shot. Buck Williams with a rebound. And Albert King. I knew I would make that mistake. Birdsong with the assist. Cummings with the turnover. Richardson for 3. You betcha. Boom. Birdsong with the assist. He's not going to miss in his death game. Williams with the foul on Cummings, who makes 2 free throws at the line. King misses the shot. And Albert King will pick up a personal foul. I think Bernard left the Knicks at this time. Cummings makes the bucket. It's now 10-9 Nets. Ewing with the foul. Grunfeld and Chris McNeely come in. Ernie Grunfeld, part of Tennessee in 1970. He was part of was it? Yeah, the University of Tennessee. He was part of a program with Bernard King that ESPN did. But anyway, Ewing with the foul. Darwin Cook and Mickey Johnson come in. No Michael Ray is still in the squad. So yeah. So Michael Ray from Montana, Darwin Cook from Portland University, Albert King from Maryland, Buck Williams, University of Maryland, Mickey Johnson, Aurora University, Roy Sparrow, Nova, Grunfeld, Tennessee, Louis Orr from Syracuse, Chris McNeely from San Jose, and Pat Cummings from Cincy. And a missed shot by Cummings. King turns the ball over. Albert King. Grunfeld turns the ball over. And Albert makes the shot. 12-9 Nuts. Knicks are going to pass the ball around. Sparrow, unfortunately, throws it away. New Jersey's trying a passing play. King misses a shot. Orr misses his shot. Johnson off as a rebound, puts it in, and Cummings with the foul. And a miss by Mickey Johnson from the line. McNeely makes a bucket for the Knicks, down 14-11. Johnson misses a shot. Cummings gets hacked by Johnson at the line. Michael Corrin comes in for Albert King. And we'll see his O'Corrin from North Carolina. So Cummings makes the free throw. High percentage shot. Good job by O'Corrin. McNeely misses a shot. Michael Ray misses a shot. McNeely hacks him. James Bailey comes in at center for the Knicks and gets the defensive rebound after 2 misses from Buck Williams at the line. James Bailey for Rutgers. Since when did they have good basketball players? Cook with the steal. Fast break. It's held up. The Nets saw that coming a mile away. Bailey whacks him. Patrick Ewing's back at center. Michael Ray at the line for 2. 1-2, buckle my shoe. He's at 7 points. Knicks up, down by 4. Ewing turns the ball over. Maybe nearly hacks it. Williams. Buck Williams will make both free throws. He was 0 for 2. Now he's 2 for 4. Johnson with the foul on Patrick Ewing. And Ewing makes both free throws. A lot of these guys are hacking each other. Cook, 100% shot. No. Grunfeld misses the shot. Cook with a shot. No, sir. 100% shot. Good by Ewing. Grunfeld with assist. 2018 now. Ewing with the steal. And Sparrow puts up the bucket after everything. Ewing's second foul. Bailey comes back in the game. Lots of fouls. Johnson at the line because Otis Birdsong and Bobby Kadich is coming in. Bird and Cat. That is such a funny name. Coincidence. Birdsong from the University of Houston. Kadich from Auburn, where Charles Barkley went to school. Johnson with his third foul. Mickey Johnson. He should be. Yeah, Kaminsky's coming in. It's like Mickey Johnson has 3 fouls. He's halfway to being booted. Bailey makes both free throws. 22-21 Knicks. Kaminsky. Good with the bucket. Nickies. McNeely for 2. 4 points. 3-pointer by Michael Ray. Bonk. He misses and Bailey makes the rebound. High percentage shot. Good by Bailey. 26-23. Catledge makes the bucket from Birdsong. Or makes the bucket. McNeely foul number 3. Bob Forden has to come in. Not Billy Bob Forden. Darrell Walker, the future head coach of the Raptors, in for the Knicks. Double miss. And O'Corrin puts it up and good. Darrell Walker from Arkansas. So, Bob Forden from UC Irvine. Sorry, I had to sui. Birdsong with the foul. Grunfeld makes the bucket. And free throw misses. Have a chance at a 3-point play. Grunfeld's foul on Birdsong. These two teams really are hacking and whacking each other. Or good. O'Corrin good. Ray's foul. Yep. Kaminsky hacks Bailey. Darwin Cook comes back in for Joyzy. 2 free throws. Catledge misses a shot. Wilkins will come in for Ernie Grunfeld, but it's too little too late. Birdsong comes in for Cook, but yeah, Joe Wilkins comes back into the game. Grunfeld for Orr. So Knicks are making a double change. Joe Wilkins from Tennessee, Chattanooga. And Ernie Grunfeld from Tennessee. So yeah, look at the box score. 34-29 Knicks at Brendan Byrd Arena. That's what they call the Meadowlands Arena. Michael Ray played all 12 minutes. Him and Louis Orr were the only ones to play all 12 minutes. Jeff Turner, Daryl Dawkins, Dr. Duncanstein, and Ray Williams are going to come in for the No Chocolate Thunder. New Jersey. New York still has not used Trent Tucker, you know, that impossible three-pointer he made years ago, and Fred Cofield. Michael Ray, 12 minutes, 2 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from three-point land, 2.2 free throws, -5, so he was on the court for 5 more minutes than 5 points by his opponents. No rebounds, 1 assist, 1 foul, 7 points to lead his team. We're going to go to the fourth quarter. And we are at 15 minutes. So let's do the final three. How to play. So it's 97, 96, and Michael Ray still on the floor. Wilkins makes the shot. He's got 16. And after trying something, anything, King misses the shot. Wilkins for 2. He goes for 2 and he makes it. So Joe Wilkins is 18. Sparrow with the foul, his first of the game. King misses a shot. Wilkins turns the ball over. Birdsong? Yes, sir. Full court press, but the Knicks see that and like, screw that. 101-98, final minute. Or misses a shot. Now the Nets have a chance. Fast break. Westbrook shot good by Buck. It's 101-100. Full court press. Richardson foul number 5. He had to hack. They're not in the penalty yet. Or makes the bucket. 103-100. Michael for 2. Good. 103-102. Full court press. Richardson with foul number 6. Darwin Cook comes in. He had to foul. Sparrow from the line. Makes 1 of 2. The Nets can tie. But Buck turns the ball over. Knicks call timeout to let all their guys come in. 8 seconds left. You know there's going to be a foul coming. Potential foul fails. And the Knicks pass the ball, and the New York Knicks ruined Michael Ray Richardson's tribute game, 104-102. But the Nets were up after 3 quarters. Michael Ray, 39 minutes, 36 seconds. That is the highest for anybody. The highest for the Knicks was 34-50 by Sparrow. Buck Williams played 39-24. Dawkins played for 32 seconds. Fred Cofield played for 8 seconds for the Knicks. 39 minutes, 8 for 18 from the field goal, so he had the most field goals. 1 from 2 from 3-point, 4 out of 5 free throws, -1, so he was on the floor for 1 more minute. And he got a technical foul. Of course he would. 3 defensive rebounds from Michael Ray, 7 assists, 6 fouls. He had to foul out of the game. 3 steals, 2 turnovers, 21 points to lead everybody, including the Knicks. So the Knicks, Kachi. So Michael Ray, 21 points, 7 assists to lead. Ewing had 19 to lead the Knicks. Sparrow had 8 assists, if you must know. So yeah, the Knicks win 104-102 and ruined Michael Ray Richardson's tribute game. But rest in peace, as is. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.